Hey, all right. So, I mean, you know what we have here. We obviously we got like a sand planet going on. We got this guy. He's over here. He's milking the kneecap of this animal. Got the back of the kneecap
Milking
specifically.
the knee?
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks like it's a desert planet. They got to get
Okay,
their water
okay,
somehow.
okay.
They have these water cows. Hey, it's gonna rival Star Wars. It's gonna be a good movie.
So this is what you've been working on in Tarkov, this kind of new desert movie?
I mean, that's one of the things. There's of
Okay.
course, everybody knows the logistics and all that, and this is definitely one of the things. So,
And
I like to have my eggs in a couple different baskets. You already
and,
know.
and Daisy May is going to be the star of this new desert flick?
Oh yeah, yeah. Daisy May is already locked in. We got her contracted.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got her at a nice price. So that worked out well.
And they're farming, what was it again?
Water, yeah, water farmers.
Water farmers. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That we did. Comes out of the back of this water cow's kneecap.
I mean, that's not as weird as Timothy Chalamet movie. So hey, we can make some paper, master. As long as I'm making money, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about.
And welcome back to RDS Survivor Season 3 Tonga. This is your main host, Indigo Asher, the best Survivor winner we've ever seen. And I'm joined by a couple of guests. Number one, Mastermind.
Hey, your main host, Mastermind.
Some people would say assistant host, but hey, who am I to quibble? And also with us, we have our executive producer, we have Miss Sarah Finley.
How's it going, everybody?
So you were saying something about a battle, Miss Finley.
So, yeah, the inhabitants of the island got into a big fight. I don't know if you remember the immunity idol,
Well,
Meredith.
yeah, Meredith.
Uh, so her father was at war with her husband,
Okay.
and they duked it out, and some of our contestants helped finalize the true winner of the island.
Our
We got
contestants
the
were fighting in a war.
yeah. They participated.
Oh my god.
There were sea creatures and bird people
Okay.
and all kinds of stuff.
Oh shit.
As
And the
as
birds won.
ridiculous
The
as
birds
ridiculous as all
won.
this
The
as
birds beat the
ridiculous as
fish.
all this sounds, I'm sure we didn't have our contestants in any harm.
This was some kind of green screen stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Uh, sure.
Okay, green screen. Green screen.
Okay, good, 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 good.
Well, we are back, and it's time for another challenge. This one is with the final seven. Mastermind, why don't you give us a quick breakdown of the final seven we got here?
Oh man, of course we got the Chucksta.
Oh,
He's moving on to bigger and better things after this.
after
Obviously,
this,
he's
after
got
this.
yeah, the Chuckster going on. He's gonna be doing that whole thing. Hopefully, he finds love. Doesn't look like it's gonna work out for him on this island. We got Dolly Don, of course. Some may say Dolly Prawn,
Ooh.
our mud wrestler. Uh, Yeah, she's hey, she's of course the underdog, that underdog ready to
Ah,
take out every challenge.
every challenge.
Yeah, she's of course the best at puzzles.
The
Um,
greatest.
next we have somebody that's not quite as proficient at puzzles, but uh, we have Elspeth. Yeah, hey, she's Russian, and
I just
you
call her
know
the knockoff Moira.
she's Russian. She's from like Tarkov or something.
Tarkov or something.
Um, then we have, of course, Christy Joe, mother, good Christian lady.
Uh,
If you believe that, I'm not too sure on that still.
you've seen some
Um,
things that make you doubt, huh, Mastermind?
I'm not too sure. I never know. She seems like she would be a hard time at a customer service desk or something. Not too sure how Christian that would be.
Okay, okay,
Then of course we have Nathan,
okay.
which of course, hey, we got the young man in here. I guess Chuck would still be considered one of the young men too,
He's a
but
young man.
Nathan, yeah, Nathan, he's of course he chill guy. Nathan, he's out here, he's doing his thing.
Uh,
Uh, we got Sayla. Some may say Saleh, but it's Sayla.
Sailor.
Um, yeah, very aggressive. I knew from first look that she was going to be intense, just
Yeah,
based on how her eyebrows were positioned.
incredible.
Um, yeah, so she's hanging around, and then of course, last but not least, we have Mr. Skyler, who is always looking to the sky and wants to make sure that they're not invaded or anything like that.
So we're looking at these seven. We still have one representative from each of the original tribes, which is pretty cool. Like that's not necessarily true. Um, that wasn't necessarily had to happen. But we're going strong with these Salote girls. Three of the final seven. So if they all make it here again, 50% of the game is that Salote girl. Uh,
Which is crazy
it's
because
crazy.
if we look back to the original, like those original tribes, that was a bit of a struggle. So
They
hey,
struggled.
there's something to be said about that. Obviously you go through the struggles, and I don't know, maybe it makes you tougher, more more willing to get
So
through
before we
things.
get
Hey,
to this challenge, I want to say one more thing, Mastermind. You are the only male winner in RDS history. Every game since you won, a woman of the age to have started on Salote, if they were in this game, has won. I won next, followed by Madison, followed by Dolly Dawn. No, not Dolly Dawn. Daisy May. So we've had three straight young women winners, and now we have three of seven young women. What's going on in the RDS, Mastermind? Can men just not keep up?
well, we have, yeah, I mean, geez, we have four ladies and three
Yeah,
men, so we've got a nice little 4-3 split there.
little 4-3 split.
That's a good question. Hey, who run RDS? Girls.
It's true. It's a woman's world here in the RDS. So you
Yeah.
think we're fielding a field of strong women and kind of beta male types is what you believe?
It could be, man. It could be. I mean, back in my season, there was
Mm.
not many women playing in the first place. The odds of a male winning that first season were very high.
So you're saying the only reason you won is because there were no women to beat
Nah, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I would have
you.
still out mastermind all the ladies.
Okay, okay,
You saw
okay.
what you saw how Ashley what
I
happened there.
saw
You
one
saw
little
that.
cheerleader almost knock you out, but hey, this is about to be your sister-in-law, right? So I shouldn't be disrespectful.
She's. I have to be careful with that. I still have to get with her because I think she's hypnotized. Anyway, that's a different story.
It's a different story. That's a different story. So this challenge is called "Slip Through Your Fingers." What's gonna happen is every one of our contestants. Well, that's not true. 6 of our 7 contestants have 3 coins held between their 2 hands. In their left or right hand, they can choose to have 2 coins, and in the other hand, they have 1. Each round, we're gonna roll a set of dice, and if they hit that DC, they're good. They don't drop their coin. If they fail to meet that DC, they drop their coin and it's out. So let's just say Chuck doesn't hit the first DC. I'll come down here. I'll hit delete, and then his coin's gone. He only has 2 lives left. One person has 4 coins. Elspeth here, during the Survivor auction, bid on and won an advantage in this challenge. That advantage is an additional coin. So Elspeth has 33% more lives, essentially, than everybody else. What do you think about that advantage, Mastermind?
Oh man, so you're saying she has one more life than everybody
One
else?
more life.
Oh man, that could be huge. That could make the difference. I think that was a good one to bid on. Seriously.
It was a nice win, a nice thing to bank. The last time we had a Survivor advantage up for grabs, Gil Finley managed to secure himself a bag already tied out this challenge. He didn't have to race three times. He only had to race out twice, and that managed to let him win. So maybe Elspeth can keep that going. I don't know. But so they're going to have these 3 coins, or 4 in Elspeth's case, between their fingers, and then they're going to be put into this pretty uncomfortable position. They're going to be kneeling essentially in this like kind of meditative pose with their hands through this metal structure. The structure is not going to allow them to change position, and it's going to grow to be painful. So this is a test of mental and physical endurance, Mastermind. How do you think you would have done in this challenge?
You know, as much as I like to say I do good at any of them, this one might have been tough. I mean, and mentally, I got it, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. Endurance, I'd probably get bored after a while and just
Get a
start
little
dropping
bored.
them.
Get a little bored.
Yeah, it's not testing my brain.
Well, it's not. This is not what you do best.
Yeah.
Sarah Finley, how do you think your father would have done in this particular challenge?
I don't know. He might have been too fidgety to do pretty well.
A little fidgety. What
Yeah,
about
he's always
Survivor
trying to
Bot?
get somewhere.
What about your son?
Mm, he he might do okay.
Okay.
I
It,
don't know. I
between
don't know if I don't know if his shocks are programmed enough to withstand holding that position long enough. I guess it'd be interesting to find out.
but between Gilbert Finley and Survivor Bot Finley, who would go the distance if one of the Finleys wins?
I think Survivor Bot.
Let's not tell Gil wherever he is about that. All right, are you ready for the first set of? You know what? Before we do that, Master, I want you to give me your lock in for the winner.
Mm. You know what? I think the advantage is gonna really pay off for Elspeth.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Elspeth.
So, how about you pick one girl and one guy? You have Elspeth representing the ladies, and who do you got
Okay.
representing the men?
Let's go. Man, I only have 3 options for the men.
3
I'm gonna go
options.
with the Chuckster.
Okay, so you're locking in Elspeth and the Rizzler, and I'll go ahead and take. You know what? I'll just take the field. You get those 2, I get 5. It's a good chance I win. I like the stakes being in my favor. Let's get that first set of data in
You
there.
gave me the field
What
last
did I just
time, so
delete? I don't know what I deleted, but it's the wrong screen. So boom, we got our first set of data here. Let's go. Control Shift V. Let's test it out. Oh, it worked. So we have 2 people under the threshold. Just so you know, everyone has to hit 8 right now. Chuck pulled it. Why don't you tell us what a 20 looks like out of Chuck?
oh man, Chuck is locked in right now. You could see it. He's like he's not even grunting or anything like that. Like I was expecting. He's out here. He's got this thing perfectly balanced as all things should be.
All right, I did a little slip up, and Skylar unfortunately hits that. I thought I heard something.
Oh
Did
yeah,
you hear
let's see. Let's
something?
say I'm hearing Skylar saying something. He's over here. Let's zoom in on Skylar. Let's see. Let's see what Skylar has to say. Looks like he's yelling something at Dolly Don. Let's see. Let's see. He goes, "You're really giving it your all out there. I mean, it's not working, but I admire the effort."
What? It's not. Well, she got a 17. It's working. He's the one
I,
slipping up, huh?
yeah. How you? Hey. Yeah. You know. Whatever. I think maybe it was wishful thinking. It
Wishful
was.
thinking.
He did say that as it started, so maybe he didn't realize
Oh.
how good she was gonna be.
Well, let's get another set of data. Maybe his prediction will come true here.
You know.
So we got the DC has gone up by 1. It's going to go up by 1 every time until it hits 18, and then it's going to stabilize. This time, all but one person hit that mark. What is going on with Skylar? He's missed 2 in a row.
He might be too focused on the yelling stuff over at
Whoa.
Dolly Don over there.
Whoa.
Obviously, hey, this is a focus game. I feel like yelling stuff mid challenge might take away from
Well,
your
he
focus.
surely only yelled one time. He didn't yell again, did he, Mastermind?
Oh my God! Hold on. No, actually, let's go back to the highlights. I see another thing. Let's see if this one makes more sense. He goes, "You've really grown. Like people barely laugh at you anymore."
damn.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
good news. Skylar doesn't drop out of the challenge. He does better with this roll. Unfortunately, we do have two people struggling to meet the threshold of 10. Which two do you think slipped, Mastermind?
I'm gonna go with Christy Joe and Nathan.
Those are some interesting guesses. One of those is right. Unfortunately, sweet Christy Joe does fail to get that, so that's her second coin dropped. She, just like Skylar, are down to one coin, and
Oh
dropping his
wow.
first coin, her first coin, is Dolly Don.
Oh
So,
my gosh, Skylar! I think Skylar hit a nerve with that.
ooh,
Barely people barely laughing at her anymore. I think he hit a
whoa.
nerve there.
He did. Dolly didn't like hearing that. Dolly was not a fan of that particular statement. We did get a 29 out of Chuck, which 29 is the biggest roll we have had so far in Tonga. Tell us what a 29 looks like in this challenge.
I mean, he hasn't had anything lower than a 20. This guy's locked in.
He's
He's
locked.
over the he's like he's resting his eyes. He might even be like catching up on sleep as he does
He's
this, but he's
taking a
completely
nap,
focused.
huh?
Yeah, he's killing it.
Well, Chuck did receive for the second straight week. Chuck did receive enough votes to be eliminated and had to survive through a tiebreaker. So maybe he's just trying to stay alive.
Hey,
We have
looks on
our
his side,
first
obviously.
person dropping out of the challenge. Between Skylar and Christy Joe, who do you think is our first victim?
Oh man, I'm gonna go Christy Joe.
You think, oh sweet, you think the cheer mom couldn't keep it up?
I think so. I think she's a bit of a wash cheerleader.
Oh.
She doesn't have the cheer skills
I
anymore.
think you might have some kind of a cheerleader bias there, but it is true. Chrissy Joe does drop out of the challenge. I'm just, what can I do? So it's a purple. It's purple
I mean,
text. So
hey,
if I go like
the wash
this,
cheerleader theory wins. Is all I'll
the
say.
damn wash cheerleader. But I think
Looks like
there
looks
are
like looks like
others who
Skylar's trying to
failed.
get Dolly Don to drop again. Let's see what Skylar's
Whoa,
saying.
what did he
He said,
say?
"I love that you're not afraid to make big moves, or small ones, or the same one over and over."
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
So
jeez, he's
Dolly
really
is down to her
getting in there.
last coin. Nathan drops a coin too. Skylar just barely hits. Sayla is good. Elspeth is good. I already did Dolly. So far,
Chrissy Joe gets another one, even though she's already.
no,
Oh
that's
God.
her elimination one. I didn't put it in. I'm
Okay.
just double checking my math. So Chuck still has 3 coins. Elspeth still has 4 coins. Sayla has 3 coins. Nathan is the 2, and both Skylar and Dolly Dawn are on their last coin.
My
Let's.
picks are looking good.
Oof, your picks are looking strong. We have another person dropping out of this challenge. Between Skylar and Dolly Dawn, who do you think failed to hit the threshold,
Well,
Mastermind?
let's see. I heard Skylar said something right
Okay.
before this one started. So let's see. Let's see. Do you think this is strong enough to make Dolly Don drop?
It
He
might be.
said, "You're the kind of player people remember after they've been voted out and have time to reflect."
Oh, damn. Whew. Well, unfortunately for the Sky Man, that came a little too late to affect Dolly. Dolly still hits that 12. Skylar is out of this challenge. He is our second player eliminated. So for these, I'll go ahead and go like that. Go ahead and put that color to this, and I think that will hide his data. Oops.
Something tells me Skylar has one more thing to say.
You think he might have some additional statements to make, huh,
I think he has. I think he has at least one more thing.
We'll see. We'll see.
Just because he's in the audience now doesn't mean he can't talk.
Everybody else hit that threshold of 12. Elspeth actually came close to dropping her first coin, but she did not. It's the second time she hit that DC on the head. So why don't you explain what that's like when you hit the DC on the head? Nathan, unfortunately, also drops his coin, so he's down to 1 coin left.
Man, so when you hit it right on the head, you're focused, you're in the zone,
Oof.
but it's starting to wobble a little bit. You know what I mean?
Wobbly.
Like you really got to lock it in at that point.
So we do have between Nathan and we have Dolly Dawn, the 2 people who have 1 coin left, we have at least one of them dropping. Who do you think struggles the most between the 2?
Man, who do I think struggles the most between the two? Dolly Dawn and
One of
Nathan. I
them's
think
out.
Nathan. Nathan's out.
Well, unfortunately, Dolly Don and Nathan struggled an equal amount. They both rolled a 3. They both drop coins. So Dolly Don, the little engine that
Dang.
could, is officially out of this challenge, as is
No,
Nathan.
no wonder Skylar just looked over at her and said, "Honestly, if I didn't know better, I think you were doing this on purpose." That makes sense.
That's a little rough. That's a little rough. But
Dang. Just accusing her of throwing the challenge. Oh
oh
man.
man, I don't think after the power move Dolly Don just made, I definitely do not believe she would throw a challenge. But hey, I've been wrong about this stuff before, so I have that done. Who else just dropped? Dolly did, so I got to put that to purple to hide her rolls. Let's get that in. All right, and let's look at the other pieces of data. Chuck got a 16. He needed 13. He's good. Elspeth got a 20. She needed 13. She's good. Sayla got 19. So between Chuck, Sayla, and Elspeth are 3 people still in this challenge. They have not dropped a coin. Why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on in this like loggerhead battle between these 3 who are real locked
Hey,
in?
these three are locked in, man. They're sitting there. They're kind of looking at. They're looking just off into the distance, but they're locked. They haven't moved a muscle, which
No,
is crazy, because everybody else has struggled this whole way. So they've been looking like statues standing there with these coins.
they're tough. Unfortunately, at least one of them is going to drop their first coin here. Who do you
Ooh,
think it is? Who's the first one of them to shake?
I think it's gonna be Sayla.
You think Sayla? You think even with those eyebrows?
Yeah. I mean, she's intense, but maybe she got too intense.
It's not Sayla. Sayla actually does the best, second straight
Oh
19.
wow.
It's Elspeth.
So Elspeth, hey, that's okay. Elspeth is just
Yeah,
down to what everybody else
she's
has.
got a coin to spare. So far,
Yeah.
Elspeth is at the same place right now as Chuck and Sayla.
Yeah.
Let's take another roll. Both of your players are alive. I only got one left. Whoa. We have. Nope. We have. Yep, we have another drop coin. Who do you think just dropped a coin? Is it another Elspeth?
Gotta be Sayla this time,
You
right?
think Sayla?
Gotta be.
You're right, Mastermind. Sayla
Mm.
rolled a 13. She needed a 15. She drops her
Oh
first coin.
man, dude, her eyebrow just went the other way when she dropped that coin.
She was. Yeah, it was a little spinorama. Huh?
Yep.
Well, between the 3 of them, nobody dropped a coin. But who do you think did the best?
Oh man, I gotta give this to the Chuckster. Chuckster's been consistently one of the best rollers.
Chuck's been doing good right here. Sayla almost gets the same roll as Chuck, but they both well exceeded, and they all do. Elspeth does too. So we're almost at the hardest this challenge gets. It doesn't get above a DC 18. Chuck hasn't dropped a coin. Sayla's dropped one. Elspeth's dropped one. This is a battle right here.
Yeah, man, we got a little battle going for sure.
Wow.
Tied up Elspeth and
What just
Chuck.
happened? We just made Tongan history, Mastermind. What just happened?
Oh man, so that means somebody rolled higher than a 29.
Someone beat 29. Who is your pick to have gotten it
I think
done, Mastermind?
Chuck beat his own record.
Because Chuck had tied that 29 shared by Nathan. You say he beats it?
Yep.
31, Mastermind.
Oh
Why don't you tell
man.
us what 31 looks like?
Oh man, honestly, he's reading a book now. He's over there.
He's
Uh,
reading a book.
he's holding these coins
I think
and
he's
he's
reading
reading
a
a book
book
at the
called
same time.
Chuckatoo. Chuckatoo's Rose.
Yeah, Chuckatoo's
Oh,
Rose.
God.
He's definitely not reading Dolly Prom.
He's not reading the 9 Lives of Dolly?
Nah, nah, nah.
Ugh, that sounds like such a wonderful tale. But the show
What
must
a
go on. Um,
wonderful thing.
this is a DC 18. Oof. Unfortunately, somebody just hit a 17. Actually, 2 people failed to hit this. Nope, that's a lie. Only one person. Nope, 2 people failed to hit this. One person just barely missed it by one. Who do you think that is, Mastermind?
Oh man, missed it by one. Ooh, ooh. I think it was Stela.
Well, Sayla is actually the only person who hit the DC 18.
Oh wow, Chuck.
Sweet
Oh,
Elspeth is down to her last coin. And I'm going
and
to erase his
Chuck.
first coin just to keep us all on the screen. Chuck has dropped a coin. So, to get us to the status, we're still in DC 18s. Sayla has 2 coins. Chuck has 2 coins. Elspeth is down to her last coin that she only has because of this advantage.
Right.
Now that you're looking at this, you're looking at how they performed in this challenge so far. How are you feeling about Elspeth, Chuck, and Sayla's proposition to win this?
Oh man, I still like. Hey, I picked 2 out of the final 3.
It's
You
true.
can't beat that, right?
It's hard to beat that.
Hard to beat that.
We have between Chuck, Sayla, and Elspeth, one person drops a coin. Who do you think it is?
Between the 3, let's. Well, I don't think it's gonna be Chuck, and I don't think it's gonna be Sayla. So I think this might be
You think
Elspeth
Sweet
then.
Elspeth is out?
I hope not, but I think it might be.
Unfortunately, Elspeth has dropped her final coin. We're down to Chuck and Sayla. One of them will walk out of here with the necklace. Chuck received 3 votes in back-to-back weeks. Chuck almost got eliminated in back-to-back weeks. He's battling forward. What do you think is going to happen? Can Chuck keep it up, or is Sayla going to get him? Sayla's already won one challenge this season.
I mean, hey, good luck, Chuck. I think he's gonna keep it up.
We have somebody dropping a coin, Mastermind. Who do you think it was?
Oh man.
Someone's
Well, it
down to
can't be
one
my
coin.
pick. Chuck was rolling so good. It's got to be Sayla.
You're right, Mastermind. Sayla rolls a 9, the lowest roll she's had all challenge. She's down to her final coin. Chuck still
Oh,
has 2 coins. Oof.
we might have to start going one number at a time now.
Oh, you think so, huh? All right, I'm not this time, because this time they both clear it. But next time someone drops a coin, we're gonna do one number at a time, Mastermind.
All right.
Both clear it. Let's get the next set of data in there. Well, we have a coin dropped. At least one coin dropped. I'm gonna put one number in there for each person. For Chuck, I'm gonna go ahead and put a 1. For Sayla, I'm gonna go ahead and put a 7. You tell me what these numbers are, Mastermind.
Well, I mean, there's no way it's 71.
You don't think
So
so?
it's. I'm, I'm gonna say that's a 18 and a 17.
This is a 17 for Chuck.
Oh, what's? Oh wow, 27.
It is 2 17s. Unfortunately for Sweet Sayla,
Oh
she
man.
did not have a coin to lose like Chuck did. And she drops her last coin. Chuck has 1 coin to lose. And the
For Chuck a
Rizzler
2.
has won the challenge. And just so you know, in case we need to keep going, I didn't guess that it would last exactly the right amount. We had all these other ones prepared to go, so this is just handy that it ended on this screen. Why don't you say quick words to Sweet Chuck?
Oh man. Well, hey. Hey, stick around. Get some promos in
Oof.
for your next show.
Oof.
We might have to sublease it. I don't think it's actually going to be on RDS, but it is
Oh, that
gonna.
show's gonna be on RDS. We're not
Oh,
letting that. We're not letting a
we're
competitor
making
take it.
it has legs for sure.
It has legs.
We might have to sublease it a little bit because it's
Mm,
we're still getting paid here, Indigo. Don't worry.
We're getting paid, but I have heard that this will be the first time that Mastermind will be the lead host, doing all the grunt work, doing all the extras, the pulling that extra weight. This is your baby, Mastermind. The Chuckster
Nah,
is yours.
I heard we're bringing in CB Eddie or something like that to do that.
The president of the United States is gonna come run this show.
Yeah, I think President CB Eddie is
Okay.
gonna jump
Okay.
in here. I think Cheeseburger Eddie would be a great host of that show.
He's incredible. He's a very romantic man. If he was the
Yeah.
one pursuing Ashley, that alliance, the core four alliance would have stuck together, probably, right, Master Mike?
I mean, only with hypnotism.
Hypnotism. Well, I appreciate you. You got any last words for our house guests before our castaways before we end this?
Congrats to the Rizzling Chuckatoo.
Ooh.
That was a good win. Good effort, Sayla Elspeth coming down to the wire there. Yeah, good luck, guys. We're coming down to the pointy end, as they say.
That's incredible. Thank you guys, and good luck at Tribal Council.